little boxes. Let's get everybody on gallery. And I know some of you, I don't know some of you. I'm Margie Miller, and they wrote me into this about 2 weeks ago. I will be very honest. I taught Hebrew school for 16 years, but I haven't taught in at least 16 years. So I'm assuming I can keep up with this class, but don't fire me if I can't. I will be a lesson ahead if nothing else. I am from Long Island, and I actually am in Florida for the winter. So eventually you'll see different backgrounds, different houses. And I am the International Immediate Past President of Women's League. So if my name sounds familiar, that's who I am. If you have no idea, even if that makes any sense to you. Anyway, I'm Margie, so we'll keep it really simple. And I would like to take a moment today, at least for today, if you can, and you're going to just do it in the order of my Hollywood squares. Just to tell us, not the name of the shul, because they're going to be 6 B'nai Shaloms. So give us like the town you're from and like what state, if it's something that we're not going to grab right away, and just tell us who you are. So we'll start with Elizabeth.
Okie doke. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Sloan, and I live in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
So Addis?
Addis, yes, indeed.
Very nice.
So wait, who's Elizabeth? Are you Oz Papados?
Yes,
Oh,
hi.
there's Elizabeth.
Oh,
Sorry.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Sorry.
There's Oz.
There you are. Thank you.
Very good. So hi, Oz. I'm Margie. We'll keep it simple. You don't care about my bio. So we're just going to go really quickly, and everyone just say hello and where they're from. Just not that we're not going to have a lot of time to get to know each other, and we'll get to babies and children next time. But meanwhile, we'll start with just who are you? So I'm in the second box. I told you who I'm. Harriet, who I do.
I'm Harriet Ehrlich, and I'm from Augusta, Georgia.
Amen. Been there. How many times have I been there? 3, I think, at least. Right? At least. Augusta, Georgia. Great shul. Okay, perfect. Janice.
Janice Setrin. I'm from Baltimore, but I live in Annapolis now, and I belong to Hisakamuna and Kosher.
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody has like a fire drill or any emergency thing, please don't stay on the class. Please run. I'm very, yeah. All right. Thanks, Janice. Annapolis. Perfect. Sheila.
Yes. I'm Sheila Gitlin, and me, myself, and I, we live in Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn. And I'm just ecstatic about this. We're from all over the place. This is cool.
It is cool. And if we ever get out of this mess, I'll meet you at somewhere for lunch.
Oh, you got it.
That's right. Sheepshead Bay, Brooklyn, born there in a hospital. Of course, I left right after, but okay. Nancy.
All to your favorite places.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I'm from Mercer Island, Washington. So I wonder if I'm the only West Coast person. And the synagogue is Herzl Ner Tamid, and I will be in Florida starting a week ago yesterday. And we canceled a cruise. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much, but we canceled a cruise from Fort Lauderdale. So we're just gonna tootle around where it's sunny.
Oh, nice. And I've been on Zoom a couple of times with Mercer Island recently. So I know a lot of the gals up there. Very nice. Nice to see you, Nancy. And we'll go to Susan.
Hi, I'm Susan. I live in between Washington and Baltimore in a man-made city, Columbia, and I'm originally from Montreal.
Oh, bonjour. I'll probably throw more French in here than I do Hebrew, so I hope you can help me with that.
I'm not English-speaking Montreal or not.
Okay, never mind. All right, Toby, you're next.
I am Toby Serrata, and I live in the southern suburbs of Pittsburgh, and I belong to Bethel Congregation of the South Hills.
Very nice, very nice. That Connie Pollock.
Rabbis Alex and Amy.
No, Connie was a sisterhood president, I think, or
that may have been BT before Toby.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome. And Robin, you're on my next box in my order anyway.
Hi, I'm Robin Friedman, and I live in Newton, Massachusetts, right outside of Boston, and I'm a member of Temple Emmanuel.
Been there too. Very nice. Beautiful shul.
Yes, it
And
is.
Jennifer, it is beautiful. Jennifer.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Rosenzweig, and I am at Congregation Beth Shurin in Houston, Texas.
Ah, been there too. I've been a lot of places. Very nice. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Oz. Is it
Hi.
pronounced?
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Yes, so my name is Oz Barbados. I live in Bethesda, Maryland, and I'm a congregant at Adas Israel in Washington, D.C. And so excited to see Elizabeth. So
Great.
excited that you're part of Sisterhood Shabbat. I just typed your name in.
Wonderful.
Looking
So-
forward to it.
It's a gorgeous, talk about a fabulous shul. That's if you get to Washington, you have to go to Addis. It's quite impressive. And I have Marlene next. So if you have
Hi,
to grab a
everyone.
second.
My name is Marlene. I live in Chicago. I'm the current past president of the Sisterhood at Anshe Emet in Chicago. And this is probably my third time taking the basic class over the years. Last year, I took the advanced beginners class. And I find that I get hung up on grammar, which is both good and bad, but I figured I needed to start over again.
Oh, God. So anyone that doesn't know one lamed from a bet, do not be intimidated by that. Okay, we'll cover you all. Michelle, you're my last box.
Hi, my name is Michelle Fishman, and I guess I'm the only Floridian on the call. I live on Hollywood Beach, so you Northerners don't kill me. When I have my camera on, you'll see the beach in the background. I belong to Temple Beth Torah in Aventura, and I just wanted to share that this came at such a timely moment in my life. My mother had passed away, and when I went to say Kaddish, I couldn't read the words, because all of my life I memorized all of the prayers, and I felt that I needed to actually read the Hebrew. And I was just shocked how much I didn't remember. And then I got this email of this class. It's just perfect timing. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be part of this.
Oh, I'm glad. That's great. That's what we want. So for Marlene, not to disappoint, God, I'm sure we will. We're not going to really do grammar. We're not going to really learn how to spell. We're not going to really do any kind of conversational Hebrew at all. We're here. This curriculum is to have you really be able to, as Michelle said, really read the Hebrew. And this particular book is really the Friday night service. And so we start with Shalom Aleichem. And hopefully it's only an hour a week. I don't like when teachers, like 17 letters later and 5 vowels, and it's the first class and you're sitting there, and by lesson 2, you're not on the boxes anymore. So I went to Hebrew school as a kid, and I just wanted to share this with you. I went as a kid. My mother had a fight with the rabbi a year before my bat mitzvah after my brother's. Really cool story, not your bit, you don't care. And so she pulled me out. And for years, you remember Alamed Zanil, but like, if you don't, 40 years later, 50, whatever. And I took an adult beginning Hebrew, and everyone, no offense to Marlene, was like Marlene's speed. They took it, they knew it, they whatever, but they go to the beginning class, and I'm literally saying, is a bet a B sound? And they're like reading words and putting things together. So I dropped out. Second time around, beginning class, everyone was, on page 97, and I'm still going ba, ba, b, b. And I really needed beginning. Third time as a charm, I took this course maybe 30 years ago. And in my shul, which it's Baldwin Jewish Center, it closed about 8 years ago. But the way this class was originally done, this curriculum, Men's Club did it. It was the Federation of Jewish Men's Club. And they gave it to shuls to use. And the deal was that everyone for the entire course is on the same unit every week. So they had a Sunday class, a Monday class, a Tuesday class, a Wednesday class, a Thursday class. So you had 5 classes a week teaching the exact same unit. So if you couldn't go to yours that particular week, you can go any of the other days. If you felt like you needed remedial, you could go to all 5. You were going to just keep hearing the same lesson 5, whatever in a row. And I was determined to not screw it up 3 times. And I literally like just took to it. And I sat, I mean, no, don't take this the wrong way. This is being recorded. Oh my God. I took the book and put it in the bathroom. I said, when do I ever sit still for 5 seconds? And I literally that book just went everywhere with me. And I just kept up with it. And I started to go to Friday night services. And that to me, then I was able to say, I learned those 2 letters. Oh my God, I see them in this line. There they are, there they are, there they are. Literally beginning. And that's how I learned. I'm just going to share one other thing with you. Julia Loeb, who's the coordinator of this entire program, is going to bop in. I have no idea when. It's only an hour class. She's going to bop in and just say hello. So you have a face to the name. If you have any issues, if you hate me, if you could write to her, she can take you out of this class, put you somewhere else. Don't hate me. We also, I have a few things I want to share before we do this. And one is, and it sounds silly to do this, but as I said, I taught Hebrew school for a long time. This book doesn't feature any names of letters. And I think it's important for you to learn the names of the letters, and we're not going to spend a ton of time doing it. So every time we start, we're literally, you don't have to sing at the office, you 2 ladies that are in the office, please, they'll kill you. We're going to just sing the Debbie Friedman alphabet song, because I want you by the end of this to know the alphabet. And then when you get confused because 2 letters look alike, I want to be able to say, no, that's not the nun, that's the gimel, or the daled versus the, if you don't know the names of them. And Hebrew is really simple, bless you. It's like in English. If I said to you, bless you, what's a B sound, you're going to know B, and Hebrew is the same. What's the bet sound? It's going to be a B. Easy, easy. So we're going to start, just repeat the words, and we're just going to do it every time. And 14 weeks later, you'll know the aleph, bet, aleph, bet, bet.
Bet, bet, bet.
Gimel, dalet, hey.
Gimel, dalet, hey.
Vav, zayin, chet, tet.
Vav, zayin, tet, tet.
Yud, kaf, chaf.
Yud, kaf, chaf.
Lamed, men, nun.
Lamed, men, nun.
Samech, ayin, pei, fe. Samech, ayin, pei, fe. We're almost done. Sadi, kuf, resh. Sadi, kuf, resh. Shin, sin, tav.
Shin, sin, tav.
That's it. That's enough torture. Okay.
Wait.
I want to, yes, we
Margie,
already have
can
a
I-
question, Nancy.
Yes, can we have a page with, because it isn't in this book, with the letters to?
I do have that. I'm going to send it to you after the class. I have a
Perfect.
cheat sheet. It's called a cheat sheet. I have it.
Okay.
So I'm going to share a screen with you. Am I
Okay.
sharing it with you now?
Could I just ask you something regarding
Annie.
the alphabet?
Yes.
I've tried to find, this is what my kids were learning, this way of singing it. I liked it. All the others I don't particularly care for. How do I look that up, this one? Who did
It's
you
the
say?
Debbie Friedman alphabet. And actually, when I did it with my Hebrew kids, there's an in-between, which I don't want you doing it because it's silly. I used to have the kids get up and do calisthenics. Only time I'd move my tuchus. So in between it's let's learn the alphabet. Simple as it can be. You'll learn the alphabet if you sing the letters after me. This is the important part. Each letter has a name and a sound that it always makes. So something to the chorus, whatever, and it's a cute little, and then you do it again. So you do it twice, but yeah, so you do it twice. So I wanted to give you, if you can see, I'm not going to share a screen a lot, but can you all see this?
Yes.
Okay. I just thought that I would just begin by sharing with you, do not laugh. I mean, I'm sure most of you understand that in Hebrew, we read right to left. It's no exceptions. Hebrew, there's no exceptions to 99.9%. Whatever we teach you, it's going to be that way all the time. They always say English is the hardest language to learn. Once you learn the letters and the vowels, there's nothing easier than Hebrew because there are no exceptions. We're not learning how to spell and which time you use the 2 S sounds. So we don't care. We just need to learn how to read it. You'll worry about that when you take advanced who knows what. Won't be by me. There are a couple of letters that are silent, Aleph and Ayin, that we're not going to learn today, and they just take the sound of the vowel. But so you'll wonder, like, how come we have no vowels that are shaped like letters, but Aleph and Ayin are there, and they don't say anything. I didn't write the rules. I'm just sharing with you. Eventually, you'll just hear that there are two letters, but they're not A sounds. They're just whatever vowels attached to them. So just an FYI, it's coming in 2 lessons, 3 lessons, who knows when. The vowels in Hebrew are not the shape of letters, with one small exception. There's just a little exception eventually. There are a series of dots and dashes below the letter, next to the letter, on top of the letter. It's like a little Morse code, and you're just going to learn them, I promise you. Once you learn them, there's nothing easier than Hebrew once you learn it. A syllable is a letter and a vowel, or 2 connecting letters with 1 vowel. And I have an example for you. So let's use the word bat in English, not Hebrew bet, not the letter bet. Bat, you're a slugger, you're hitting it with a bat. You hear the B, bat. You hear the A, it's a short A. And you hear the T, but it's 1 syllable. So the B had the vowel and the T was left alone. So it created the 1 word. Hebrew is the same exact thing. And actually, bat mitzvah, let's just use it in Hebrew. You hear it, bat, and it ends with the T. So every time you see letter vowel, it's a syllable. If the second letter next to it doesn't have a vowel, it connects to the first one, and that becomes a syllable. And it's phonetical. Everything is phonics in Hebrew. So you just go letter, vowel, letter, vowel, letter, vowel. It's 5 syllables because it's letter, vowel, letter, vowel, letter, vowel, and it's easy. I know it sounds nuts, not, but it is. In Hebrew, you have some letters that we don't have in English. When we sang the song, I'll do it again. Tell me on the first, which letter don't we have in English? Aleph, bet, gimel, dalet, hey, vav, zayin, chet, tet. You hear it, chet. Yud, kaf, chaf, lamed, men, nun, samech, ayin, pei, fe, both are good. Here's another one, sadi, sadi. Sadi is a TZ. We don't have that in English. Kufresh, shin, sin, tav. Shin, we don't have an SH in English. It's 2 letters connected. In Hebrew, it's 1 letter. So there are like 4 or 5 of those little suckers that we don't have in English, but in Hebrew, they are a letter that creates that 2 sounds. So got it? We're okay? Everybody's still with us? Oh, an example, letter shin. There we go. We don't care. This is a group that doesn't care. We're not the advanced class. If you're really learning how to speak Hebrew, read Hebrew, write Hebrew, well, reading we can do. They're feminine and masculine forms. We don't care. Somebody cares, but not this group. We're not going to get into speaking. We're not going to get into understanding all the words. But if I know there's a word in Hebrew that you're going to see in 6 different forms, it's like Kiddush, Kaddish, Kaddish, Kedusha. You hear that root is the same. Mm-hmm. And so we'll, it's holy is, so you do, that's the root of it. And then it just expands. What's another one? There are a few like that. Well, we're going to learn melech today, and me melech and melech. There are words that you've heard of in other sources that you're going to say, I know that word. I don't know why. I don't know what it means. But when we share that with you, you're going to say, oh, of course, that has to be what it means. I say go to services. I don't care if you Zoom, mute yourself and Zoom, pick a service from 1 to a zillion. Every Shabbos, there's a million services you can go on. Doesn't cost you anything. If your shul doesn't Zoom or do anything, get a siddur, anyone you use in your own synagogue. And every week, just spend that 1 hour Friday night. I'm not pushing the 3-hour Shabbos, just Friday night if they have it. And week by week, you're going to see more and more letters that you now know and say, oh my God, of course. I know those 4 letters that made that word, of course. I guarantee it's like going to a science lab. Do it and it'll make this so much easier. As I said, Hebrew is read phonetically. There are no lower and uppercase letters. There's no capital letters in Hebrew. So that is easy. You don't have to learn 2 for each one. There are maybe a few letters, I think there's maybe 5, I never counted them, that change their shape. when they're the last letter instead of the first or the middle letters. We're going to learn one of those today. Just a couple of times that one letter will have two shapes. And it's called the final whatever, final mem, final m, final chaf, chuf. So there are a few that are going to have a different shape for the same exact letter, but there's just a few. So now I just want you to make this really simple for you. If I said to you, what is a lowercase a? What does it take for you to draw a lowercase a? In English, what shapes do you need to make a lowercase a? I don't see all of you. So Sheila, you're stuck.
Yeah.
What does it take?
0 and a
No, shape.
and a line.
Make an a lowercase.
A
but it
lowercase
shows
a.
a 0 and a I would say an I or whatever. The
No,
shape.
not a letter. What shape?
A circle,
Circle.
and a vertical line.
Perfect. We know a lowercase a is a circle and a line. Now, watch
Right.
my fingers. I know I'm kind of hard. What if I move my line up? What is it?
A B.
Right. Now, what if I can't do this in backwards? Look at
P.
this. Look at that. Make this typewriter, the lowercase a is not what I would have preferred. It has the little pretty top. But
Right.
it's an A, a B, a D, a P, a
E and a
Q.
Q.
They are circles and lines. What's the difference? The line's higher, the line's on the other side, the line is lower. And you learned with a circle and a line, there's 5 letters right there that if someone says, how do you make that? It's a circle and a line. Well, so are the other 4. But you learned it. Same thing in Hebrew. Here's another quickie. A little I and a little j is lowercase. One just goes below the line, it has a little hook. And a lowercase l is just a taller line than the little I. Doesn't have a dot. Forget that for a minute. The N and the M, you learned it's 2 versus 3 going down, or the V, 2 versus 3 to make the view. So I have no idea who it is. My doorbell's ringing. I'm not answering the bell. I don't even know who it is. So I wanted to show you, I can't believe somebody's here. I used to show every letter in a box.
Mhm.
And the box is the same exact space. These are 4 different Hebrew letters. And one could say, I mean, if I had to say, what do they look like? They look, I guess, like little 7s or an apostrophe, I guess. It could be an apostrophe. So if I said to you, the first one on the left, we're going to do this in English. I'm just in English order for a moment. The first one on the left lives where in the box?
Upper right.
Up in the corner. It's a little bit across and a little bit down. That's it. It just lives in that corner of the box, right? How about the next one? That's a Vav. I'm not teaching you these names, but just if you know it, it's a Vav. Or if you don't know it, welcome to a Vav. What's the difference between a Yud and a Vav?
It goes all the way down the side.
Goes all the way down the side, right. Nancy, what's the difference now between the Resh, the next guy, and the Vav?
The line on the top goes all the way across.
Goes all the way across, lives in the box and on the side of the box, right? And let's see, Robin, unmute, honey. What's the difference now between a Resh and a final Chaf?
The final chaf has the line all the way down below the box.
Right. The same way as a P and a Q went below the line in English for that same circle and line. So when you look at this, you'll realize that sometimes they look similar, but you have to just recognize them by where they live in the box, in that space of where that letter would be written. And you're going to see examples just like this. Now, I can't answer the door now. I can't believe this. Someone's literally at my door. How distracting. I'm so sorry. Let me stop sharing. Okay. So let's go back to this. Now, if you have the Shalom Aleichem, that person's never going to leave. I have no idea who it is.
Maybe you ought to just see if it's not.
I
Take
well,
a
I
few
don't.
minutes
Yeah.
out and
Take two, yeah.
it might
take
be
2
important.
Yes, go answer
I
the door.
agree.
Might be a telegram company.
Jennifer, do you have relatives in Mercer Island, Rosenzweigs? David?
You know, not that I know of, but somebody asked me that recently if I knew had a family member in that area. And I need to ask my in-laws. I know lots of local ones, but I don't know of one up there, but I'll find out.
Okay.
We can come back.
What was the first name?
Okay, sorry.
David Rosenzweig?
David, okay. I'll find out.
It's my contractor that was here an hour ago and came back to see if I can Clorox. Anyway, don't ask. All right. I don't have Clorox. So let's take a look at, is everybody okay? So it's not rocket science, I promise you. Let's take a look at Shalom Aleichem. I'm hoping that every week we can do a unit in 1.5, let's say a unit within hopefully less than 2 sessions. That's my goal, because I want to make sure that even though we'll be able to reach Shalom Aleichem after 4 units, which maybe could take 7 or 8 weeks, that we'll get through all the letters. So that's my goal. But anyway, so let's take a look. And I understand some of you can read the transliteration and some can't, but everyone could read the transliteration, but if you know how to read Hebrew, it's harder to read transliteration. Take a look at the Hebrew, the top part of your box. Tell me what the difference is between line 2, 4, 6, and 8. Unmute everybody. We just want the group to chat. Unmute. I don't care unless you have dogs barking. What do you see as the difference between lines 2, 4, 6, and 8? Oz? Oh, there's no not talking in this group, folks. I can't just talk.
Nothing.
No, they're all the same.
Exactly.
The same.
Right. So once we learn how to read line 2, you're halfway home, because it's the 4 lines are exactly the same. So this looks like, oh my God, it's 8 sentences. 4 are repeated. Easy breezy, right? Now, look at lines 1, 3, 5, and 7. Shalom Aleichem, Baruchuni L'Shalom, Baruchuni L'Shalom. Okay?
The last few words are all the same.
The last 4 words are exactly the same. Exactly. So in this piece, there are only 15 unique words. All right, 15 unique words. So even though it's an entire thing and everybody sings along and you don't want to not sing, it's the first thing that we start Shabbat with. It's not as complicated as it seems. And you'll see that, like when you have to learn L'chad Odi, and it's like, 9 verses and they're 4 lines each and each one's different, and the tunes change. Come on, it's like not okay.
Margie, I've always had a hard time recognizing like the first word. Okay, I know what it says, but I don't always recognize it as shalom continually. I've had a hard time with like recognizing words and committing those to memory even.
So I guess now I hear some banging from someone. So whoever that is can mute. Okay. That's like learning sight words. And the more you go, and I'm being really honest with you, I do not speak Hebrew. I know if I push myself into someone by accident, I know slicha means excuse me. I got that. I've been to Israel a few times, but I haven't been in many years. I do not speak Hebrew. So I say this from someone who doesn't speak it, who can just read it. And I don't understand it all because I don't speak it. But those are sight words. And hi, Julia. So you will learn that, and you're going to learn many of these targeted words in this course, and they're going to just end up being sight words. Trust me, it will. Okay. Julia Loeb, you wanted to say good morning or afternoon or whatever.
I do. Thank you, Margie. I just wanted to jump in and introduce myself. My name is Julia Loeb. I'm a Women's League Vice President and co-chair of the Education Committee. That is the little corner of Women's League that is sponsoring these classes. I like to say, brought to you by the letters W and L, or Aleph and Bet, whichever. And I just wanted to come on. So first of all, you could put a face to a name, but also I'm going to put my email in the chat. If you have any questions or issues, sometimes it takes a little bit, a first couple of weeks to figure out if this is the right place for you, and if it's not, if you think this class is too easy or hopefully not too difficult because it's the beginning class. So, but, if you feel like, no, I got this, I already know all of this, there are other classes that we can move you to. Just to give you a little bit of background, we started these Hebrew classes a year ago, September. So this is our 4th semester that we've been doing. We started with 3 classes, 1 at each of the levels. And now we have 12 classes and 11 teachers. And so you are one of 180 Women's League members who are taking this class. So there were I was just jumping into the other classes. There are 3 other classes going on at the same time. So if you needed to move around, there were other classes too. So please let me know. The other thing I want, did you have a question, Nancy?
Yeah, I just wanted to know where you are.
Oh, I live in the DC suburbs.
Okay.
So that was going to bring me to my next point, because I got an email from the DC JCC, and they are offering conversational Hebrew classes, not reading classes like these, but conversation. But I was just curious to see, how they divided the levels. So I took a look at it, and their classes run about the same time as ours. They start this week, they end, I think, a month before ours in the beginning of May. They meet once a week for an hour, and those classes are $430 to sign up for. These classes, we are offering these free, gratis to you as a benefit of your Women's League membership. So go back to your sisterhoods, or I should say your synagogues, to all those women who don't want to join sisterhood, think it's not for them, don't know what they're getting, and tell them that this is one of the things that you get when you join sisterhood or join Women's League as an individual member. You can do that too. And I think that's it. Oh, I know one more thing I had to cover. So as Margie's probably been telling you, and as I touched on, this is a reading class. This is a class on how to learn to read. It's not a conversation class. It's not a liturgy class. It's not a comprehension class, although you'll be getting a little of those elements throughout the class. We're not going to say if you can read shalom. We're not going to say, nope, I'm sorry, we can't tell you what that means. So you'll be getting some of that. But right now, these classes are focused on reading. We'd like to expand what we're offering for next fall. So if you have an idea of any of those things, I know a lot of people have asked for a Torah trope class. So we're trying to figure out how that's not as easy to teach in a group like this on Zoom, but if there's a way to do it, we're going to figure it out. So if you have any thoughts, again, please email me. I'm here. You're in very capable hands with Margie. She will lead you through the wilderness of the alphabet.
Thank you. Shalom. Wait.
Yes. Thank you very much. Shabbat shalom.
Oh,
I look forward to hearing.
Shabbat shalom.
Thanks, Julia.
Bye.
All right. So we're going to do this one time. We're going to just because I know you know it, and I'll make you feel really good about what you do know. Well, let's do the transliteration. Let's attempt to sing the song once. And then we're going to go on from there. And we're going to start these letters and these vowels. And again, for some of you, you probably know the first couple, but we're just going to keep making believe you don't, because I don't want the one that knows nothing to feel like, oh my God, they're way above me. This is beginning Hebrew. So let's just start. And if you're at work and you don't feel like singing out loud, it's okay.
Shalom
Shalom
Aleichem.
Melech Malach Malachim Akadosh Baruch Shalom Malachim Shalom Malachim Melech Malachim Malachim Akadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Malachim
Shalom.
Last verse. Satan Shalom Malachim Shalom Fabulous. In your books and your notes, let's call the first word on page 2. When you see arrows, that's the target word. That's the word where our goal is to be able to read it. And the word is melech. Now, you should know that word if you ever sang the little David, Melech Israel, Chai. Remember that? So melech means what? Anyone know?
King.
King. Right. And if I had to write a siddur, it would probably be 2 pages. We believe in God. God is great. There's only one, and thanks a lot. Because the entire, I mean, I never counted. This is not even my siddur. I had to buy it because how many pages are these suckers? 400 pages. Variations on a theme. Every page says, we believe in God. God is great. There's only one, and thank you. No matter what you say, that's how you say it. So you're going to hear the word melech in how many prayers? When you light candles, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. You hear it all the time.
What did you say it meant?
King.
King.
Right, king. But let's write next to the word. If you can write in your book, if you choose to write in your book, if you don't, put a post-it. If you need post-its, I got millions right here. You can have some. Nobody knows. Okay. And the letter is mem. Now, I don't want to upset you, but mem is one of those, not today, has a final shape. But we're not going to deal with that now. Mem looks like a little mountain, doesn't he or she? So that's how you get, I'm going to give you tricks to learn these because, they're going to look similar. So mem looks like a little mountain. So now you'll always know that's mem, easy breezy. Mem is what sound? Mem, M. So we are now going to learn 3 vowels. Ambitious little group. Go to the bottom of page 2 and you see an asterisk right down there. The 1 dot, there are names to these. I am not even going to teach you what they are today. It's just beyond, you don't care, trust me. And if you really want to know, I'll send it in a cheat sheet after, but there are names to the vowels, but we don't care. At least I don't care. The 1 dot all by itself, centered in the middle of any letter. Picture box and the dots in the middle. You got to be careful where the dots are. They fly. But the dots straight in the middle underneath the letter, easy. E, long E. E, like me. Okay, E. The 2 dots next to each other, right centered under the middle is a long A, like me. So write in your books, unless they're holier than you think. So it's a long E. I'll even write in my book. It's a long A, may. And the three little dots, looks like little three fingers from a bowling ball,
Yeah.
is an E, a short E. Okay. Now we're going to just take that little mem and we're going to remember that it's letter vowel. Each vowel goes to the letter he's above or next to, whatever. And if there's not one next to him, you connect them. But I think in all the examples on page 2, every mem has a vowel. So each, there'll be 2 syllable when you see the bottom group of words, line 4 to 10, they're 2 syllables. But we're going to take this the baby way, and do not laugh. You can sing it or say it. Me, 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 me. I don't really care. Susan, we'll start with you. We're going to go totally out of order because I have no idea why. Now you're going to learn sight. Where'd my friend go? Marlene, or was it Marlene that said that? You're going to, now every time you see that mem with the dot and you say it 9 times, 10 times, you're going to say, okay, I don't need to sound it out anymore. I got it. That's a me. Me, 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 me. So we'll start with Susan. Go ahead. Read line 1. This is the toughest line in the whole book. Go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Me, me. I finished. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Who's ready for the next hardest line? Robin. 2.
May.
May. Jennifer.
Line 3.
Yes, dear.
Meh.
Okay. Now we're going to get to combining them. So take a look. There, each of the first 3 next lines are going to be the same one. So again, we're just repeating it. Toby, line 4.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me. Yes. All right. Janice, line 5.
So, oh, I just
May,
answered
may.
my own question. Never mind.
Okay. Line 5, honey. Janice.
May.
Perfect. And line 6, Elizabeth. Okay. We don't usually, when I keep kids, teach 3 vowels at a shot. You know, you do one at a time, so they've mastered it. But time is of the essence here. We need you to be reading Torah in June. So, like, no, that was a joke. And there are no vowels in the Torah, so talk about a joke. Don't ask why. So now, Marlene and Michelle, we're going to give you a shot for a moment, and you're going to get the combination lines. We'll start with Marlene and do line 7.
Sure. Me, me, me.
Good. Okay. And Michelle, line 8.
Sorry, I had muted myself.
That's okay.
Then me, maybe, may, me, nah.
Good. Oz, line 9.
I'm sorry, I have to pass. I just cannot talk right now. I can listen. I apologize.
Okay. And who didn't I call? Oh, Harriet. Sorry, honey.
What, 9?
Yes, dear.
Meh, may, me, meh.
Good. Very good. Who didn't I ask? Because I've lost track. Okay, Sheila. Line 10.
Okay. Me, me.
Okay. Now we're going to stay. Let me just look ahead here. We're going to stay today with just these 3 vowels. So I'm going to make you a little crazy, but not that crazy. So we're going to add some letters, but we're going to keep those same 3 vowels so that by the end of the few letters we might learn, we're not going to make you nuts with, every vowel. So we're just going to stay with these. Okay, let's go to the next page.
Could I just make
You can do
something that would be
anything. You can
easier?
interrupt me anytime. Go ahead.
I could do it then. Okay. The M, which is a mem, would you be able to, like, so I could fill it in the name? Because I would like to remember it's a mem. Even though it's a ma, I would like the name of it.
So the,
And
yes,
like
that's what I
El
said.
Salamed, you know, you
Mem.
got a space here,
So-
so if you could do that, it would be great.
Okay, so mem is MEM,
Okay,
and that's how I'd spell it.
right, okay.
And, okay, and again, we're not gonna show you yet the final mem because it's not up, we're not up to
That's all
that.
right. This
So
is just
right
easy.
now, yeah, you should, and I'm
Okay.
gonna send you a cheat sheet of the Hebrew letters. And it'll give you like letters that have, like the mountain for the mem, like little reasons why you'd remember it. Okay, it's like when bet and vet, people teach Hebrew school and there are a million beginning books. So for a long time, I forgot the name of that book I taught, and bet was the first letter I taught the kids. And bet and vet look the same, except bet has the dot in the middle of the letter. And I just said bet has a belly button. So, as long as you have something you'll never forget it, appropriate or not, we try to make it appropriate. Those tricks help you when things look similar, which one has the dot there versus not the dot, or the shin and the sin, the dots on one side versus the other. And there are tricks to learn them all and remember. So I have a cheat sheet. I'll send it to you guys. So the next letter on page 3, I lost track. And Oz, if this gets to be too basic for you and you do want to up yourself, you can. So I'm sharing that with you, but we'd love you to stay. But don't feel
I know I do have to apologize. My younger son has autism and he's in the same room with me right now. And by me talking, he's going to want to participate as well. I will disrupt the class. So
right.
it's just better to do it this way for today.
Okay, that's fine. And if you want to learn Hebrew, is welcome to join us. The next letter is a Lamed, Lamid, Lamed, Ed, I guess. A Lamed, and Lamed is an L sound. If you look at the top of the Lamed, it looks like an L before it starts swiggling down, right? It lives totally in the box. A Lamed doesn't go high, almost doesn't go higher than the box. Maybe the top of it, if it's a fancy calligrapher, the top of the Lamed might stick its head up above the box, especially when you look at calligraphy and there's like crowns on the top of the Lamed. Some letters, the calligraphers in Hebrew add little embellishments. But the Lamed, maybe his head sticks out a little bit, but he pretty much is on the top, goes across the whole box and swerves down in the box. All right, so let's assume his head sticks out a little bit. But a Lamed is an L sound, easy. So again, same 3 vowels. If you want, make sure you keep the page before it open if you need to glance back and forth to remember those 3 vowels. 1 dot's an E, 2 dots next to each other is an A, and the 3 little bowling ball holes are an E. Okay.
Margie, do you have any tricks for remembering the vowels? Like you with the 1 dot, the 2 dot, the 3 dots?
I am not sure I do.
Okay.
I do.
You know what? I think on my cheat sheet, let me go to my phone.
But I do the 3 dots. If you think about like an E is kind of a circle, like to me, the 3 dots make the circle for like an E. I don't know, maybe I've just envisioned that, but the 2 dots for the long A sound, the 2 dots are like, if you imagine the long A where it's an inverted V, and then you draw the line, for the A, for a capital A, like those 2 dots to me represent the horizontal line in an A. That's how I've always remembered that.
Oh, okay.
The 3 dots I always remembered when I took it as
I had a different way.
Egg. Think of egg, egg. So when I see the 3 egg,
Okay.
So for me,
that's a different trick. Go ahead, Toby.
I thought of 1 dot is just me.
Right.
2 dots are they are playing and it's a long A.
Oh, I like that.
Good.
And then when there's the 3rd wheel, it's eh.
Oh, cute. Okay.
Okay.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Great. Thank you.
There you go. We'll help each other. So we're going to, again, just the same exact thing. Michelle, did you have a question or comment?
No.
Okay. You lit up for a moment. All right. So now, we'll pick on Michelle while she's not raising her hand. Let's do line 1 of of line and page 3. And again, we're just going to do the same exact page. Now it's with lamids instead of mems. So it should be really simple. And now you've had 2 letters down. So go ahead, Michelle. Line 1.
Lee.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Don't you feel like you've accomplished something? No.
I
Robin.
do, I do.
We'll take it. We'll take any little win we got. Robin, let's do line 2.
Lay.
Perfect. Let's see, Susan, line 3. That's all right. Cheating is allowed. Cheating is allowed. Spelling doesn't count and cheating is allowed.
Oh, okay, so I'm cheating. Hold on.
Yes. Perfect. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. La. So now we're going to combine them. Harriet, why don't you do line 4?
Lee, lee, la, 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 lee, la, lee, la, la, lee.
Perfect. Okay, not hard, right? Anybody overwhelmed yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Oh, good. Today, oh, it's almost over. Shoot.
Right.
All right, let's continue. Sheila. Oh, no. Go ahead. Sheila, we'll finish this page for sure. All right.
Okay.
And we'll go
Lay,
faster next time because we'll have a whole hour. Today was a lot of other things. Go ahead, honey. I lost track where you are, but knock yourself
That's
out.
about 5, I think.
Okay, good.
Lay, la, lee, la, lovely, lay.
Good, Lele. All right, who's up? Elizabeth, line 6. We'll finish this page.
Mele, leme, me, li,
Good.
le, me, li, me, le, me, le.
Perfect. All right. Harriet.
Melech, 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 melech,
Oh,
melech.
God. You got stuck with a lousy line. Sorry about that. Janice. Very good, though. Very good. Go ahead.
Me.
Okay. What do you do now?
Me, mel.
What a minute.
Mel?
Say it again. Me, Mel.
Me, mel.
Look at that. Everyone stop. Look at that.
And
She
me
got-
now.
It was the first time that she got stuck with a letter without a vowel.
Uh-huh.
And she connected it to the guy ahead of them. Got it? Me,
Uh-huh.
Mel. Perfect. Good catch on that, Janice. Go ahead.
Me, mel.
Good.
Me, mel.
Perfect. Perfect. Nancy?
Me, Mela, me, Mela, me, le, me, le.
No.
Melech.
Third word is different. Not right.
May. Oh, May. Let's see, this is where I get the 2s of the 3s.
It's okay.
Mela, no.
Mela. It's a short E.
Yeah, Mela.
Mela. Good.
Mela.
Perfect. I've lost track. Marlene?
Line 10,
Yes.
Yes.
Mela. Hello.
Oh, I'm
I have
sorry.
a question.
I
I have a
didn't realize.
Do you, so I always get confused. Do you raise your voice at the last letter? Do you lower your voice? I get confused on that. Like Mela or Mela?
No, it's just in this exercise, don't keep it monotone because we're not learning words. We're just learning sounds. When you learn words, you know in English which accent, where the accent goes and which syllable. And in Hebrew, it's always shalom. It's not shalom. It's that second syllable always gets the accent, not so much in English, but we're not learning words yet. When we learn words, we'll discuss where the accent goes, but these don't bother. We're just learning syllables, not words.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I know we didn't do a lot today, but I'm going to say to you, and I really mean it, let these be sight. I want you, when we come back next week, and we'll go a drop faster, but don't forget we had at least 15 minutes today that we didn't do text because we were just trying to get to know each other and do some ground rules. So we'll go a drop faster. I won't go any faster than you want me to. I'm not gonna go nuts if, you know, I'll keep it at a pace. But I am really begging you to take these 2 sheets out, and every day, I don't care if you do it 1 time a day. I don't care if you do it to, you know, walking from the bedroom to the bathroom, back and forth. Every day, do each sheet once. So by the end of the week, you will know those 3 vowels, and you'll know the two consonants, but you'll know by sight. You see that, you're going to know it's an E, it's an A, it's an A. And that's how you learn sight, Marlene. And so I'm really begging you, practice each sheet 1 time a day, 1 time. So that it'll be 6 more times, you'll have read them 6 times between now and next week. I just want to give you, we have 1 second left. I know I have a conflict. When they asked me to do this, I have a conflict February 25th. We don't have to discuss it now, but I don't have a problem if we wanted to move that 1 session earlier or another time or whatever works for you all. I'll make it up to you. I don't want to miss a session. I just knew for all the weeks in advance, I knew that was my conflict. So we can discuss it next time. So
Why don't you put in your email some times that work for you?
All right.
Some alternate times.
Yeah, I'm going to be leaving. Right. So that morning I'm okay, but I don't want to screw the rest of your lives up. So I'm just giving you in advance, and I'll tell you, I'll send you some notes during the week. And I tell you, I promise you, if you just study these 2 sheets, those 3 vowels are going to be second nature to you. And then we can add them. And then when the letters are easy to learn, it's the vowels you go, oh my God, which one was that one?
Right.
Okay.
Great.
Everyone all right? No one's quitting yet?
Now, are we going to be sent a link each week or use the same link from
The
today?
same link each week.
Okay.
And we'll start promptly because we really do want to start promptly. And okay, is that anything else? Toby, you had a question?
Where will we be able to find recordings if we miss a class or wanted to re-listen?
Absolutely. They'll be posted on the Women's League. You have to log in, and I'll find that out for you, and I'll put that in an email for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you. Thank you, Margie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
This was
Shabbos.
great.
Shabbat shalom,
Shabbat
everybody.
shalom.
Shabbat shalom.